Good morning children. Today we will study chapter 11, that is force and pressure. So what is force? Push or pull exerted on a body due to interaction is called force. And the direction on which an object is pushed or pulled is called the direction of the force. Now if we talk about resultant force, the resultant force will depend upon two conditions. If the force is acting in both the forces are acting in the same direction, the resultant force will be the sum of both the forces. But if the force is acting on an object in a opposite direction, the resultant force will be the difference of the force. It means the higher the magnitude of the force which is higher, it will deduct the lower magnitude force. So the difference between two forces will be that. So the force can be described by stating its magnitude and the direction. It means if we want to say what is force, so we have to know the magnitude and direction of the forces also. Now what are the different effects of force? If we talk, so force can change the state of motion. The force can even move the stationary object, and force can also stop the moving object. Force can change the shape and size of an object. By applying force, we can change the shape and size of any object. Force can also change the direction of the object. By applying force, we can change the direction of the force of that object. Now, types of forces. Forces can be of two types: contact forces and non-contact forces. If you talk about contact force, it means where there is an interaction. It means that type of force is called contact force. So under contact force is of two types: muscular force and frictional force. We know that when we want to move any object, we have to apply a force with our hands. So whatever thing we do with the hands, it comes under muscular force. And force of friction. Friction is a force which always opposes motion. So it always tries to stop an object. So that in that case also there should be a contact between two forces. Then only the friction will work. Now if we talk about non-contact forces are of three types: electrostatic force, gravitational force, and magnetic force. Electrostatic force, when two objects rub against each other, they form different they observe different charges on them, and when we bring those near each other, they attract each other. Like when you rub your comb on your hair and bring that comb near the bits of paper, the bits of paper get attracted toward the comb. So that is the example of electrostatic force. Gravitational force, which is applied by the earth on each and every object on the earth. If you throw anything in the air, it will definitely come down due to gravitational force. Here is also no contact between the earth and that object, then also it applies. Magnetic force, when any magnetic substance is brought near the magnet, before touching it to the magnet, it gets attracted toward the magnet. So this is called magnetic force, and it is also a non-contact force. Now what is pressure? Force acting per unit area is called pressure. It means if you want to increase the pressure, the area should be less. So it means the less area, the force pressure will be more. So it means pressure is inversely proportional to the area. So pressure exerted by liquids and gases. So on walls of the container, liquids and gases exert pressure on walls of the container. And if you talk about the liquid pressure, the pressure increases with depth. As we go deep inside the sea, the pressure of the water will increase. Atmospheric pressure is a pressure which is pressure exerted by air on an object. We are able to suck a juice from a straw due to atmospheric pressure only. We are able to suck a injection in the syringe due to atmospheric pressure. So there are different day-to-day examples of atmospheric pressure. So like a rubber sucker, if this type of rubber sucker, if you want to stick this rubber sucker in a surface, if we have to press it hardly on that surface, So all the air will move out, and the pressure, outside atmospheric pressure pulls that rubber sucker towards the wall, and the rubber sucker will stick to the wall. So these are the different day-to-day applications of pressure. Thank you and have a nice day.